14 of 19 at the free throw line in the game. Limestone 11 of 15. Making the second was Belton. Tusculum still just 27% from the field. Do they force the turnover? McCray gets onto the floor, and a timeout asked for by Limestone as they had the ball. A whistle that was going to happen for a tie-up situation, but Fox got the timeout in time. Either way, the ball was going to go to Limestone. A timeout, Limestone. And a tie-up situation would have been Limestone basketball as well. Coach Price can't believe that he got the timeout, and that the reason is because the ball was still loose. Nobody had possession. I always like to say, well, the team with possession last had the possession. But it doesn't work out too well all the time. But either way, Pioneer basketball men's action doubleheader coming your way. That'll follow our 6 p.m. news locally, brought to you by Jeffers Funeral and Cremation Services. That'll come at the completion of our postgame report with Pioneer coach Megan Price. So stay tuned for that. If you're tuning in for men's basketball, you want to hear local news, we got that for you. It's on the way. It was an interesting day in Greenville. 67-48. Limestone with the lead. They have led throughout. We were tied at 3, but that was it. They have went pretty much wire to wire. Bird with it into the front court. They beat the Pioneer press, which has been pretty consistent since the second half, or since the start of the second half. Cargo, 5 to shoot. Open 3 by McCray is good. Rogers fell down trying to draw something, and McCray's like, well, no one's guarding me. 70-48. Belton's 3 is off the mark. Patty, rebound, put back, good. Lexi Patty with the reverse lay-in. And the Pioneers will burn a timeout, down 20 with 3:21 left in the basketball game. A 30-second. Coach Fox only has 1 timeout left. That's it. Pioneers are out of timeouts by my account. I could be wrong. And I have been. I've been known to be wrong. No, they are definitely out. Coming up this Saturday, Jim Miller will travel to Wise, Virginia, as Tusculum will battle UVA Wise in a key conference showdown. I would love to tell you what's going on in Wise, but I can't because their stat stuff is broken all the time. Elsewhere in the league, they have a minute to play. Catawba has rallied and lead Lincoln Memorial 55-53 at the Tex. Coker getting blown out at home by LR 63-44, and Wingate has already won tonight 79-52. Limestone into the front court. Cargo, 3, no. Rebounded by Patty. Tusculum, an emphasis on rebounding today. They're still being out-rebounded, but it's been better. Warrington in the paint. Little fadeaway hook shot is no good. Belton secures the rebound over Walker, and then her runner is no good. Gets it back, draws a foul. Maya Belton. It's not for lack of energy for Maya Belton. The foul will go on McCray, her 4th. I mean, it's not for lack of effort that she has just not had a very good game. 1 of 13, 0 for 6 from 3, 31 minutes. Makes the first of 2 free throws. Belton 4 of 5 there. She has 9 rebounds in the game. Second free throw. No. McCray rebounds it. 2:50 left in game 1 of our doubleheader. Cargo into the corner on the right side. Jackson. Cargo. I don't know what we got. We got Jordan Rogers pushing Von Shayla Webb. Rogers whistled for a third. Box of chocolates. Now, you're not always sure what you're going to get from Rogers. It's always going to be high energy. That is what you will get. Usually a smile on her face. Von Shayla at the free throw line, missing on her first. 5 of 13 on the year from the stripe, and averaging 8.3 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Tusculum. Rogers straight down the lane. Layup is good. Rogers like a hot knife through butter. 70-53. No quit for Tusculum. Near steal. Loose ball picked up by Cargo. Dribbled it off the leg of Cargo, then off of Tusculum. It went off of Maya Belton. Natalie Crook is going to come into the game for Jordan Rogers. Rogers, 11 points tonight, 7 of 8 at the free throw line, 19 minutes of play. Quinn Bird, watched by Crook. Crook out of Orlando, and a Lander transfer. Lander was the number 2 team in the nation. They're good. Bird down the lane, off the glass, banked it in. Lander number 3 in the nation. 72-53. Quinn Bird 25 tonight. Into the contest for Lander. Off the bench returns Shania Caldwell for McCray. Limestone in this Tusculum game last year played without Quinn Bird. I want to remember that. A total reversal in scores. Last year, Tusculum won 70-46, made everything they took. Belton has just not made anything tonight, missing another runner in the lane. Rebounded by Limestone. Here comes Bird into the front court. Blows by Crook into the lane. Runs into Walker, who did a nice job defending the rim, and then the ball is out of bounds, but apparently Walker on her way out. Actually, Lexi Patty commits a foul. Shooting 2, Von Shayla Webb. A minute 38 left. Under 30% for a third straight game for the Pioneers. Most of that, all of that in conference play. Webb making the first of 2 free throws. And that being her first point of the game. Or is it? Or her second, sorry. And made them both. Von Shayla Webb, after missing 2 straight, made 2 straight. So a minute 38 to play. Jordan Rogers across the stripe. Belton the 3 off the dribble. Nope, won't go. Rebounded by Walker. Back out Warrington. Deep 3. Oh, banked it in. Hey, some late night banking here at Pioneer Arena. Is the ATM open? 74-56. Quinn Bird with speed into the front court. Slowed down and reverses back out. That's a veteran. That's veteran leadership. Bird, a senior, at a fountain in South Carolina, Columbia. If you're unfamiliar with the terrain in South Carolina. Bird crossover once, twice. Patty defends her, and Bird still finishes. Yep, she's good. She's been the best player in the league. Her and Shemaya Standback. That's going to be a tremendous showdown between those 2 guards. Personal foul on Quinn will be her 5th. She'll foul out of the game, but not before she'll exit with 27 points tonight. .54 seconds to play. Rogers with the and 1 as the 3-point play. Jordan, another solid game. 14 for her. Maya Belton with the steal. Put it up and in. No quit. Tusculum has played hard throughout. Trailing big, but they battled back, trimmed it to 13 after they trailed by 23 at the half. But just too much for Quinn Bird. And then Rogers commits the foul with 30 seconds to play, and it'll be a 2-shot foul. Rogers looks over at the bench and looks over at Coach Price. She's like, what are you doing? Okay. Cargo is good. 21 for Reagan Cargo. Season best for her. And the quietest 22 points you'll see in a college football game, with the explosions from McCray and from Bird. Then you got Cargo just calmly knocking down shots. Three-pointer that's blocked by Warrington, gets it back out to Rogers. Down the lane, a little bit out of control, missed the shot. Webb, and then Patty will foul her. Good effort, though, by Lexi Patty. Giving some effort. And Patty's going to be whistled for that one. It'll be her second. I think for Coach Price, you just realize, you know what? You need that tremendous, tremendous guard. Marta Rodriguez last year, you know. I mean, she played, couldn't get her out of the game. She played every minute. She was solid. Made shots, dribble drive, made things. There's always been a guard. Has always been a guard. And you went into the season, you weren't sure who your point guard was. There has always been a guard. Period. McCray knocked down 2 free throws. Mia Long, you know, I mean, she was the staple. Missed jumper here, rebounded by Limestone. That's going to be it. Limestone will exact some revenge from last year against the Pioneers and pick up their 5th win on the year to open up their 5-0 start. Tusculum drops their 3rd straight. They fall to 1-4. They are 0-3 in league play. So the Pioneers fall to Limestone. Our Pioneer postgame begins next. Your final score: Limestone 80, Tusculum 60. Found a way to rally at 2-0 in the league. Winners of 2 straight, Carson Newman and Catawba. Justin Mitchell, the 6'5 junior out of Lexington, Kentucky from Frederick Douglass High School. Mitchell on the year at 9 points per contest. James West, the 6'1 senior out of Woodbridge, Virginia, by way of Mount St. Mary's out of Freedom High School. He's averaging 7.5 points a contest. KJ Crump, what a delight, the 5'7 freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee, by way of University. Good to see Tony Wisnett. He'll be throwing the ball up in the air. Chris McDaniel and Corey Haney. Glad to have these guys along with us here in this Tuesday affair. Coached by J.T. Burton for the Pioneers. He is in his 4th year here, 51 wins, 200 career victories, assisted by Justin Chartrand, Deontay Ferguson, Jackson Miller for the Pioneer basketball team. Pioneers win the opening tip. Brian Staten courtside. Game station engineers, the executive producer of the Pioneer Sport Network, Nathan Hubbard. Vetter jumper from 16 feet is good. Was able to square his shoulders and knock home the first 2 points of the game. We're underway. Glad you can be with us wherever you may be. Thanks for tuning in to Pioneer Basketball. Top of the key, this will be Owens for Limestone. They wear the road blue uniforms with the gold trim. Left side, Dada. On the top, Pioneers in a man-to-man. And again, typically goes, actually they've opened up in the zone. Vetter inside, trying to defend to Richard Nunez, who puts it up and in from the right block. We're tied at 2. Left side front court, this will be West. KJ Crump. Crump will handle, picked up by Owens, man-to-man. Switch, Trenton Gibson. Left side is Vetter. Vetter behind that three-point line. Gives it up to West, gets away, bouncing it to Vetter in the corner. Extra pass to West. Bang! Pioneers continue the streak from three-point territory as well. James West hitting the first. I like to see him really get going. He's got off to a decent start, but really love to see him get going as he grabs the rebound right here, as the Pioneers have hit a 3 in 238 consecutive games. Gibson finding West again for 3. Bang! He's hit 2 in a row. Last year he got unconscious in January and February, and then at the end of February, lost it. Just couldn't find it, couldn't score. 8-2 Tusculum. On the left side, Hidaka. On the baseline, backing his way in, Gollard with some contact on Trenton Gibson and finishes it. And then does the low side. West fakes a 3, drives in for a closer look, gets it out to Crump. He'll fire a 3. Bang! Pioneers 3 for 3 from downtown. Not out to the great shooting start this year, Tusculum, but they are hitting 43% from downtown. It's been quite remarkable. 47% from the field. Teams shooting 46% against them. Their three-point percentage is up. They hit the most threes in the league. And then a foul inside trying to defend on Nunez is Vetter. Vetter whistled for his first. Team's first on the Pioneers. Pioneers are just 6th in scoring, 7th in scoring defense, but 2nd in three-point percentage, 2nd in three-point defense percentage, and now 4th in threes made per game. They dropped from 1st to 4th after the Catawba game. They must have missed one. They're at 10.4 per game. Top of the key, Gollard. On the left side, Owens. Bounce pass to the top. Here's Owens. Owens. Gollard for 3 on the left wing. Back iron, no. Rebound tipped right back out to Crump. Leads it to Justin Mitchell. Gives it up to Vetter. Runs the floor, lays it in. Tusculum running the fast break perfectly, and Vetter finishing. Really started by KJ Crump, who just kind of jumped out of nowhere, because I never saw him. Because Coach Burton makes a better door than a window. But holy cow, KJ Crump started that break to Justin Mitchell, bouncing it perfectly to Vetter. Good start for the Pioneers. They're up 13-4. Offensive foul. Foul will go against Rowley, who just checked into the game, the 6'9 junior out of Hillside, New Jersey. He literally had just checked in during a timeout, along with Aiden Hickman, who come in. Trent Gibson in the backcourt. Across the midcourt stripe, KJ Crump. 13-4. Tusculum with the lead. They've hit their first 3 threes. West, a look-off, missed it, and then is dispossessed. Turnover. Limestone with it into the front court. Dada in the paint. Gibson stays in front of him. Owens was on the line when he gathered the basketball. Gets it to Gollard, who puts it up and in. That should have been a backcourt violation, but the officials weren't in the position to see it. Everybody misses something. 13-6. Turnover hurts. West, a deep 3. Back iron is no good, but there's Vetter. Fakes a 2. Step back from 18 feet. Missed that shot. Maybe a little shoulder shrug from his head coach. 13-6 across the stripe into the front court. This will be Owens. Owens. Gollard fakes a 3. Takes off down the lane. Tried to go under Vetter. Missed it. Rebound taken by Gibson. Gibson, Vetter, layup, good. And the fast break. At the timeout by Limestone. 15-16 to play in the first half. It's Tusculum 15, Limestone 6. As you listen to Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Limestone's not shooting bad, 50%, but they're just 3 of 6. Tusculum, 6 of 8, 75%. And they're just not stopping fast break transition is Limestone. Hickman with the basketball out of the timeout by Limestone. Again, they took that burn it or lose it. They go inside the paint, not a bad move. This is a good guy. This is a good kid. Daquan Harris, the freshman out of Atlanta at 6'8". He may cause the Pioneers some problems. 15-8 our score with that bucket by Harris. James West shoveling it off to Crump. Crump, they lob it inside to Vetter, and Harris knocked it away from it. Steal by Limestone. Here comes Gollard down the lane on Gibson, missed it short. And then Vetter grabs the rebound into the hands of Crump. Gibson tries to get around Hickman, will not. He'll draw some contact. And a whistle for a foul will go against Hickman. It'll be his first. Just trying to get back in transition. Tusculum doing a nice job, and 2 shots for Trenton Gibson. And mass substitutions are getting set to check into this game for both teams. Gibson is good on the first. So in comes the naughty legist, Brandon Mitchell, along with Jalen Crowder. Just Crowder into the game. For Limestone comes Chase Freeman, a graduate out of Gallatin and a Wagner College graduate transfer. Gibson makes both. Also into the game was Greg McKay, freshman out of the Bahamas. Freeman to McKay. Here's Hickman with the touch on the right wing for Limestone. Tusculum leads 17-8. On the drive down the lane, a whistle for a foul. And that foul will go against maybe Mitchell. Couldn't tell who the indication was. Yeah, number 1 on Brandon. Team foul number 2 is going to the line. Will go Freeman. So Freeman goes to the stripe. Had one start this year. Comes off the bench here today. 11 of is going to be fouled by Dada as he went right at him. He'll pick up his first, team second. And Trenton Gibson is going to go back to the free throw line. Got into that comfort zone. He's, of course, shown everything this year and last year. That's why he was player of the year. Would hit from three, would hit that mid-range jumper. He likes getting to the rim. His free throw here is short and no good. So Gibson, 93% on the year from the stripe, was only his second miss of the year. Makes the second one. Climbing those free throw chart stop numbers, and talked about just what he has meant to this program. We'll talk about that more. Dada's three is blocked by James West into the hands of a naughty Legist. Here comes Gibson, watched by Hickman into the front court. Gibson down the lane, off the glass, scoops it in. Trenton Gibson. .476, now 478 free throw attempts, fifth best, fifth most in school history. And here's a three-pointer straight away, left all alone as McKay, and he drained it. And a rare turnover by Trenton Gibson. With the Pioneers up 22-10, a three by McKay as he hits that one straight away. Gibson, the only player in program history, has 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, 300 assists, and 100 steals in his career, and he got his 100th steal on Saturday. It's been a good career. Crowder's going to be whistled for a foul. That'll be number one on him. Second on the team, maybe? 1, 2, 3 on the team. Freeman on the inbound. McKay on the right side, just into the contest. Just comes Zach Laird. And bouncing it, and it stays Limestone ball as a naughty Legist defends it out of play. Knocked it away from Richard Nunez. Into the game, Jacob Hobbs will come in for James West. On the inbound, Limestone front court, baseline. Freeman to trigger it. Trying to get it to McKay, but he was guarded nicely by Brandon Mitchell. Dada, watched by Crowder. Nunez out to Freeman for a three. Back ironed it, no. And the rebound secured by Brandon Mitchell. Into the hands of Crowder to Gibson across the stripe. Mitchell, long way from the bucket. Gets it to Crowder. And three big threes against Catawba. Legist handles it. And good defensive set by Limestone. 10 to shoot. Trenton Gibson back near the midcourt stripe. 5 to shoot for three. Back ironed it, no. Rebounded by McKay. Took it off the dribble against Freeman. Had the size advantage. Dada with a full head of steam into the front court. Gets around Crowder. Puts it off the glass. Banks it in. 22-15 after the Pioneers led 22-10. It's downright cold in here. Like my hands are frozen. Like my feet are cold. Everything. Legist in the paint. Working against Nunez. Good spin off the glass. Draws the contact. He'll go to the free throw line and will shoot two when we come back after this. 11-15.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II
freshman year a year ago, and he knocks home the first free throw. Let's see, about 80%. Last year, on the season, that was early. Finished about 75% at the free throw line. Makes them both. 24-15. Tusculum's led by 12 at 22-10. Into the front court, Isaiah Owens. And that'll be an illegal screen going against McKay of Limestone. That'll be his first. Team foul number 5. Gives the ball back to Tusculum. It's a turnover on Limestone, only their second. Tusculum doesn't force a bunch of turnovers. Matter of fact, turnovers forced per game is dead last in the league at 11.8. They turn it over 16 times a game, which is almost dead last in the league. Across the stripe into the front court, this will be KJ Crump. Bouncing it to the left elbow. That is Brandon Mitchell. Goes on a triple team. Lost it, and Freeman has it for Limestone. Freeman outside to Owens for a three is off the mark and no good. Mitchell battles for the rebound. It's tipped out by Limestone. Brandon Mitchell battling inside with Nunez for that board and out-battled for a moment. Brandon has really done a nice job. He's worked on his body. He's bulked up in his 4 years here, 5, as the graduate student. 24-15 Tusculum. KJ Crump on the floor running the point inside the paint. Mitchell out to Hobbs, a three. Bang! Jacob Hobbs drills a three. The Pioneers are just lights out. 4 of 6 from 3 in the early going. McKay at the top. Man-to-man by Tusculum. Don't say that often. 3 ball here by Owens, and he just elevates over Crowder, who had pretty good position. And Owens just made a shot, a 3 ball, to answer the Hobbs 3. 27-18, Tusculum. Anadi Legist crossover on Nunez and a blocking foul. As Anadi Legist got by Nunez, Laird came late, but he was standing in the restricted. It'll be Laird's second, 6th on Limestone, as Legist will go to the line. And how about this young man? Tusculum's hit 4 of their last 5 shots. But Anadi Legist impacting the game defensively, offensively, any way possible. He does a good job. To give Vetter some breathing room and chance to sit down and take a break. Of course, he doesn't want to, but he has that opportunity with Anadi, who makes 2 more free throws, and the Pioneers back up 29-18. Across the stripe, Chase Freeman. To the left side, this will be Owens. Gets some separation around Crowder. Baseline jumper is no good, and the rebound, Brandon Mitchell. KJ Crump gets around Owens, racing it into the front court. Handling, ball handling, still handling, shoots over. Gollert for 2 is good. Oh my goodness, highlight reel 2-pointer by KJ Crump. Ankle breaking crossovers. Owens, Gollert, Udoka. Owens driving, kicking it out. This will be Freeman down the lane and will draw the foul and go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Good take by Freeman right to the rim. And the foul goes on KJ Crump. Crump will be whistled for his first and the team's 4th. And Freeman will go to the striper. He was perfect on his first 2 attempts. Literally didn't even draw iron on his first 2 attempts. Draws iron here and he misses. Just a little short. 31-18 Tusculum. They have their largest lead of this basketball game. Second free throw. Rims good. 31-19 Tusculum. KJ Crump takes it across the stripe. Holy cow, what that kid just did last possession. Flashing the ball handling skill. Crowder, Hobbs, backdoor look, Legist, reverse layup is fouled. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. He didn't quite get the wraparound underneath the bucket. Nunez will be whistled for the foul, his second. The pass is what set it up. Hobbs shredding that defense, throwing it to the back door on the baseline to Anadi Legist. Goes back to the stripe. Makes the first. Nice little stretch right here by this second group for the Pioneers. No starter on the floor, but Hobbs, Crowder, or I should say Crump is on there. Brandon Mitchell has been a starter. All of these guys have been starters at some point. Legist even started a game last year. 33-19 Tusculum, and a bank shot good by Owens. Just drives it right to the rim and in. 33-21. Tusculum with the lead. KJ Crump. Bounce pass Hobbs. Watched by Udoka. Legist has the ball go through his hands, but he comes back up with it. Goes back out to Crump. Fakes a 3. And then continues to dance with the ball in his hands. Legist foul line jumper off the dribble is no good, and the rebound is out of bounds off Limestone. Here comes Vedder and Gibson back into the game for Tusculum, along with Justin Mitchell. Good minutes by Hobbs, Mitchell, and Legist. And Crowder. Crump on the inbound. Gibson, watched by Gollert. Fadeaway, rims out, no good. And the rebound, tough rebound by Gollert. They got to stop. Here comes Freeman. Running into Justin Mitchell. Extra pass in the corner, Udoka. Gollert driving. Vedder staying in front of him. Gollert forced it up and scored it. What a good move. Maybe so good it was illegal. 33-23 regardless. Tusculum by 10. Limestone trailed big against Newberry and rallied. They were down 19 to the Wolves. They've been down 14 in this one. And a kickball out of bounds. Tusculum will keep possession when we come back right after this. 7:42 left in the first half. It's Tusculum 33, Limestone 23. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. (33-23) Tusculum with the advantage. Backdoor lob for Hobbs. Double teamed. Throws out of that to Justin Mitchell. Finds himself open in the paint. A lot of contact there. No call, and it goes out of bounds off Limestone with 8 seconds to shoot. West into the contest. .30 left. Tusculum 67%, drop down 63%, 10 of 16 from the floor. Limestone's 9 for 18. Yeah, more shots than Tusculum. Gibson, 3, no. Rebounded by Justin Mitchell for the Pioneers. 3 by West, no. And the rebound controlled by Limestone. Jordan Rowland. Into the front court, Udoka. Driving on West. In the paint. In trouble. Throws it out to Owens. That's a travel. Crump takes a beating in a game. He takes elbows. He's only 5'7", so maybe. He takes elbows. He takes wrists, forearms, knees to the face many times. But his ball handling skills are special. And the kid is just growing with confidence. Tusculum leading by 10, but a little bit of a dry spell here offensively. They haven't hit a shot in 2.5 minutes. They're 0 for their last 5 shots. Vetter, step back 2. No. Tough shot there that won't go. Probably hits it a lot, but no. They're 0 for their last 6 now. Dropped to 56%. Can they get a stop? And Gollert is fouled by Trenton Gibson trying to defend the taller Gollert, 6'8" sophomore. Gibson picks up his first, team's 5th. Non-shooting foul is happening on the pass. Legist will be allowed into the contest. So the Pioneers going to go big here. Crump will come out. And Legist into the contest. Gollert, Owens on the left side. 15 to shoot for Limestone. Gollert. And that's an illegal screen on Gollert, who hip checks Legist and Mitchell at the same time. His first, team's 8th. We spilled some beverages on the Limestone bench. We got to clean that up. Nunez obliging. 33-23. Limestone St. team starting 3-1 on the year. Win their opening 2 conference games. Wise and the rally from 19 down against Newberry. And we're still just trying to clean that up. Pioneers on the road to Wise, Virginia this Saturday. Jim Miller will bring you that action here on the Pioneer Sports Network. 95.5 FM, WSMG. Women tip off at 2, the men at 4. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I will be indulging. Across the stripe, Trenton Gibson. Watched by Udoka. Bounce pass onto the baseline. This will be Anadi Legist working against Gollert. Double team comes, and a nice double team. Legist missing 0 for their last 7. Owens to the front court. Dada. Watched by Justin Mitchell. Bounce pass into the paint. Rowley had it knocked away by Legist and stolen. Here come the Pioneers. Trenton Gibson. Long pass up ahead looking for Vetter, and a nice job by Rowley, who had stepped out of bounds. He knocked it away from Vetter as Gibson was looking for a perfect pass. Tusculum 0 for their last 7, 2 for their last 10, and haven't scored in 3 minutes. And in comes McKay and Hickman for Limestone. 8 points for West, 6 for Vetter and Legist, 5 for Gibson, 5 for Crump. Good balance by the Pioneers here early. 5:40 to the half. Pioneers sitting on 33 points. Gibson, maybe more, as he'll go to the free throw line, drawing the contact. And the foul was on who? Who? It was 25. Aiden Hickman, sorry. It was his second. Gibson is good on his first free throw, ending a drought for the Pioneers of 320. But they haven't had a field goal in their last 7 attempts. Free throw is good. Freeman will come back into the game for Limestone. 35-23 Tusculum. 5.5 to play. First half. Owens bouncing it to Nunez. Dada, Mitchell defending. Owens fakes a three, takes a three, makes a three. 35-26, Isaiah Owens. Nice head fake. Got to just stay down. But Owens can elevate. He's hit a couple of big shots in this first half already. Gibson to Vetter. Back to Gibson. He'll fake a three, drive it around Nunez to the rim, put it up off the glass, and bank it in. What a tough finish by Trenton Gibson, finishing with contact. First field goal in their last 8 shots. Owens, McKay, driving it, giving it up, and the ball knocked out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Pioneers with 19 seconds to shoot. Limestone will inbound it. 37-26 Tusculum. They've led by 14 in the game. They're shooting 52%. Limestone shooting 53%. Dada on the inbound. On the drive, Dada. McKay stepped out of bounds. Pioneers turn it over, or I should say the Saints turn it over. The Pioneers force the turnover. Limestone has hit their last 3 shots, but they have had now 4 turnovers in the last 3+. 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Gibson into the front court. Dada defends him. At the top of the key. Into the corner to West. West skip past to Mitchell. Mitchell draws some contact on Freeman. Freeman with that wry smile. He says, yeah, that was me. It'll be the 2-shot bonus for Justin Mitchell. So it'll be Mitchell who will go to the stripe for Tusculum. Third leading scorer at 9 points per contest. Struggling from the free throw line this year. Good on his first. Just 3 of 8. Justin Mitchell would make Coach Jerry Odom a great middle linebacker. Maybe a Sam. Second is also good. 39-26 Tusculum. Freeman, McKay, onto the right wing Owens. Good start for Owens. He has 8 points to lead Limestone. Bounce pass, Dada in the paint. Back out, Owens. 10 to shoot, Dada. Gibson trying to lock him down, gets by him into the paint, and a Legis just takes it away. Good defensive stand into the corner. Mitchell extra pass down the lane is good on the finger roll. 41-26 Tusculum. They have their largest lead of the game. From the top to the right side, Freeman. Legist again, and the ball is out of bounds off Legist. He just couldn't hang on to it. Takes us to a timeout on the floor. We'll take the break and return to Pioneer Arena. 3:22 left, first half. Tusculum 41, Limestone 26. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. 37-35. Anderson also had a lead against, I think it was LMU Saturday, but ended up falling big. 41-26. Tusculum leads here, their largest lead. Anadi Legist, a big point of emphasis for the Pioneers offensively and defensively. 6 points in his 9 minutes, and he has just been a force defensively. Idoka in the paint, and he'll draw a blocking foul, driving it to the rim. He got too far under the rim. He had no chance to make the shot, but he's bailed out on the foul on Legist, who's making an impact in every single way in this game. Pioneers currently on a 6-0 run to take their largest lead of 15 points right now. Idoka knocks home the first. Tusculum 13 of 14 at the free throw line. Limestone now 4 for 5. That's the difference. Idoka knocks in both. 41-28 Tusculum. Trenton Gibson with it. 9 for Gibson, 8 for West. Cross the stripe, bounce pass to West from Gibson. West dribble spin move down the lane, gets it up to Legist. In the paint, spins, hook shot short, and a rebound foul on Legist. Going for that rebound after missing the shot. It'll be a 1-and-1. And that's one of those fouls you hate to give up at the other end of the floor. So Legist picks up his second. Brandon Mitchell will come in for him. And Limestone will be shooting a 1-and-1. 0-1. And he's good on the first. It's kind of that off-the-shoulder heave by Harris, but effective. His first free throw attempt of the year. His first point of the year. Makes them both. 41-29. Tusculum make that 41-30, sorry. Gibson with Vetter, Mitchell, and West. Gibson, tough fadeaway on the baseline, no good. And a rebound foul. Vetter battling with Freeman, and Limestone getting to the free throw line their last 3 trips. Vetter whistled for his second foul. And Freeman will go to the free throw line where he's 3 for 4 at the stripe in the game. Hobbs off the bench into the contest for Vetter, who's picked up 2. So Freeman steps in, missing the front end, and the rebound comes down to Gibson. With pace into the front court. Freeman tries to slow him down, and the rebound putback is missed as well. A rare layup miss by Gibson. And then Owens will pull up for 3. This one is no good. And the rebound taken by the Pioneers, Trenton Gibson. Mitchell had a chance to emphatically slam that thing back in. He'll go right to the rim again, missed this one, and another rebound taken by Idoka. And here comes Freeman of Limestone into the front court on the baseline right side. 1:45 to the half. The Pioneers laboring 2 of their last 14 shots. They've dropped below 50% for the first time in the game, and they've missed 2 in the paint on their last 2 possessions. And really, Gibson, you don't expect him to miss. Owens will not miss from 10 feet from the paint. 41-32. Tusculum, they led by 15, but it's a 6-0 run, answering a 6-0 run by the Pioneers. West nearly lost the possession, gets it back, gets it to Hobbs. 10 to shoot, Justin Mitchell. He'll try a 3. No. And the rebound comes down to Limestone. They're on the run, literally, figuratively. A 6-0 run, and they have it into the front court. (41-32). Limestone with the basketball. Itoka, tough shot, tough fadeaway is no good. Here come the Pioneers after the rebound by Mitchell. Gibson down the lane, off the glass, lays it in. That time he won't miss. 25 seconds remaining. In the first half, the Pioneers back in front by double figures. Owens, 10 points here in this first half. He has the basketball, looks to take the final shot. Gets a screen from Harris, drives it on the Mitchells. Kick it out to Freeman. A three is good in the corner. 1 second, and that will end the first half. At the end of one half, Tusculum, which has led throughout, given a game right there at the end as the offense dried up just a bit. A Pioneer basketball team, though, that will take a lead to the locker room by 8. Coming up here at the half, a look at this week in Tusculum athletics. First time in a while.
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingalls, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors?
Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
Let's get you to that wedding.
a curveball is that much more satisfying
I got the flowers!
when you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome!
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
Johnson City Toyota is the #1 Toyota dealership in the Tri-Cities because we make buying simple. First, we discount every vehicle every day, and we stand behind what we sell with a lifetime warranty. For more, simply go to johnsoncitytoyota.com.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
It's your Greenville Light and Power System Mortgage Investors Group. Corley.
This Saturday, the Pioneers are back on the road. They'll take on the Wise Cavaliers, UVA Wise. Coverage at 2 with the women, the men to follow. Jim Miller with the call this Saturday from Wise, Virginia. Then next Wednesday, the Pioneers travel to Charlotte, takes on the Queen's University Royals of Charlotte. 5:30 and 7:30 start times on midweek Wednesday. We start the second half, and Isaiah Owens takes a jumper off the dribble that's no good, and the rebound by KJ Crump. Glad you could stay with us. Brian Staten courtside, game station engineer, the executive producer of the Pioneer Sports Network, Nathan Humbert. Backdoor look. Thank you very much. Justin Mitchell. It's a good call by Justin Chartrand, assistant coach there for the Pioneers. Owens driving on Vetter, drew some contact. He jumped into the defender. I don't like the call. I don't like the call because the offensive player jumped into Vetter. That's the only reason I don't like it. There was definitely contact there. But it's Owens creating that contact. So if you want to create it, fine. But if we don't impede your progress to the bucket initially and you have to jump into us to get that contact. Yeah, I don't like the call. 45-37 as Owens makes both. It was the same starting five for both teams to start this second half. Crump into the corner to James West. Driving it, giving it up to Legist. Baseline jumper, no good, and the rebound, Goller. Here comes Limestone after the miss. Can the Pioneers get a stop? Owens in the corner. Dada had stepped out of bounds. So a turnover by Limestone. Unforced, if you will. So the Pioneers have the basketball back. Vetter had picked up his third foul. So he goes out for Anadi Legist. It's the only change here this second half. Early. Mitchell for the Pioneers on the dribble. Right side, James West, 10 to shoot for the Pioneers. Skip pass in the corner is Gibson a three. In and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Nunez for Limestone. Get another stop on a missed shot by the Pioneers, leaking oil offensively from the perimeter. Owens inside the paint, backing his way in on Legist, overshot the attempt, and the ball is out of bounds off Limestone. Udoka had position, but he couldn't hang on to it after the missed shot initially. Stays an 8-point game, and the Pioneers will face some pressure. And a whistle for a foul on Udoka, a long way from the bucket. It'll be his first, the first on the team. I don't know if you can press this Pioneer team. I only say that tongue-in-cheek somewhat because you got Trent Gibson, 1. 2, you got KJ Crump. They're both on the floor out there right now. They don't press here. Tough pass by Gibson. The ball's knocked away by Nunez. Did a nice job to deny Crump the pass. Inbound situation is KJ Crump, far side of the court from us. Inbounds it to Trent Gibson. Gets a screen. I think the Pioneers are going to have to go on a bit of a run. Limestone is figuring it out defensively. Oh, no, they're not. Trenton Gibson, counted 1. Holy cow. Just as I say that, Gibson makes a play. Nunez whistled for the foul his second, and Gibson with the finish off the glass. McKay in. Nunez looks at the official. He didn't make the call. Gibson will be at the free throw line. It's good. 48-37, Tusculum. Isaiah Owens, 12 in the game for Owens. 13 now make that 14 for Gibson. Top of the key, 3 ball on the way. No, long rebound, KJ Crump, ball handles into the front court. West to the rim, and it's a lot of contact here, and a whistle for a foul. So the same call at the other end. Udoka standing in the restricted, I guess. It wasn't quite set, but they pointed to that. I didn't think he was in it. I don't know if he was there initially. Udoka picks up his second foul, team's third. It happened so fast. West was on fire early, hit his first 2 3-pointers, and then missed his third attempt. He's 2 for 4 from the 3-point stripe, 3 of 5 from the field. And now has hit his first free throw of the game. And his second, and he has 10 points. 50-37, Tusculum. Did he get another stop? KJ Crump gets around the screen, watching Isaiah Owens. McKay, a 3, short. Long rebound will come out to Trenton Gibson. West is thrown to the ground. He's like, what? What happened? The mop guy's just sitting there. Yeah, he went to the floor. Usually you just clean that up. And we're just enjoying the game. It's just an enjoyable game. Freeman is back into the contest for Limestone. On the top of the key, KJ Crump, James West. West bouncing it inside Legist as Gollert went down, and Legist drains a 12-footer. 52-37 as the Pioneers equal their largest lead of the game. Gone on a run. It's a 7-0 spurt. Limestone hadn't scored in about 2.5 minutes. Top of the key. Here's Freeman. Dada bouncing at McKay. Good look, and McKay will be at the line for 2. That will be the foul that goes against, who was that? So it's on KJ Crump, number 2 on him, and the team second. So McKay will go to the free throw line. McKay 6 of 8 on the year from the stripe. Freshman out of the Bahamas rattles in the first free throw all around the world. McKay averaging 7 points a game off the bench. This is third game played. Second free throw. No good. Rebounded by KJ Crump. 52-38 Tusculum. Crump at the midcourt stripe. Justin Mitchell. No look pass and Naughty Legist against a zone. West a three. Bang! James West, third from downtown. 55-38, Tusculum with their largest lead. Limestone into the front court, Freeman to McKay. Dada on the right wing. Underneath, Owens all alone, got lost in translation. Lays it up and in from the right block, point blank. 55-40. Mitchell, inside, outside, Legist a three. Bang! A Naughty Legist on the baseline from downtown. How good has that kid been? 3 of 4 from 3 this year for Naughty. 58-40, Tusculum with their largest lead. Limestone front court, McKay. Backing his way in on Gibson, spins, and Justin Mitchell wanted a foul, or a travel, but they got a foul. Gibson second. So that takes us to a timeout on the floor. We go to a break with your score. It's Tusculum at 58. It's Limestone 40. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Johnson City Toyota is the #1 Toyota dealership in the Tri-Cities because we make buying simple. First, we discount every vehicle every day, and we stand behind what we sell with a lifetime warranty. For more, simply go to johnsоncitytoyota.com.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
18-point lead, in large part because they've started the second half 5 of 7 from the field. And Limestone is just 1 for 5. McKay will go to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 in this game. McKay with 4 points. He's also hit a three-pointer. He's played 13 minutes. His free throw first will rattle in good. Aiden Hickman checks back into the game. Freshman out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hickman, I should say, McKay hits both. 58-42 Tusculum. Gibson across the stripe. Right side to KJ Crump for 3. A little strong there. He's feeling it. He was like, I'm open. Rebounded by Limestone. Here comes Dada. Kicks it out. 3 ball on the way by Hickman. Airballs it. McKay rejected by Legist. The offensive rebound, the first of the game for Limestone. And then Legist rejects McKay. Of course, it was a air ball, maybe a shot pass. Gibson wants a screen. Dada stays with him. West, extra pass. Crump, Legist, McKay. Good reversal, good movement by Limestone's defense. Mitchell, extra pass. Crump, bang! Good ball movement by James West. Another 3, the third of the second half, and in the opening 5.5 of the second half. 61-41 Tusculum. Dada on the drive. Fade away from the foul line is no good. McKay with another offensive rebound. Dada on the left wing. Mitchell's defended him terrific. Oh, wow, late whistle. Holy cow. That's good defense, Justin. Justin can be just an elite defender. So Dada will go to the free throw line, trying to get his game going. Just 2 points for him in this contest. 16.3 on the year. Instrumental in rallying Limestone when they trailed Newberry. Keep in mind, even though it's been a 20-point game, Limestone rallied from a 19-point deficit to Newberry to win on Saturday. So it's been done recently. Second is also good. Gibson will come out as Hobbs is in. You got West, you got Mitchell that can handle it out there. Crump is out there. West into the front court, Legist. Legist can handle it out there. Sometimes it's out of control, but he can handle it. Mitchell into the lane, had it knocked away. Stolen by Limestone. Here comes Hickman. He created the turnover, and he'll drive it to the rim and in. 61-46. 5-0 spurt here by Limestone. On the right side, Crump skip past to Mitchell. Hobbs. West, a deep three. No. Legist, rebound, put back, good. A naughty Legist. He's too Legist to quit. It's just too easy to not say. Cross the stripe into the front court. Dada. Bouncing it. Gollert, three. No. Rebound, loose. James West has it. Hickman hanging all over West. Hobbs, three. No. Mitchell goes up strong. No. Goes up strong. No. Goes up strong again. Still has it. And a jump ball arrow to stay with the Pioneers. Mitchell was wanting to just tomahawk dunk that thing on his first offensive rebound, but he just couldn't get elevation because he was kind of tugged. Again, that kid is built. He could be a linebacking core. He could be the Mike, the Sam, and the Willie. Udoka back into the contest for Limestone. Crowder is in. Brandon Mitchell is in for the Pioneers. Hobbs on the inbound. Good inbound play. Brandon Mitchell, offensive rebound. And it'll be an offensive foul that'll go on Mitchell. He used that elbow to gain an advantage to make the turn. Mitchell with his second. Fifth on the Pioneers. Owens back in. Tusculum's done a good job against Dada today. And Justin Mitchell's done a good job against Dada today. 63-46 Tusculum. But it's Limestone. It's coming to life a bit here after trailing by 20. Hickman, three is no good. Rebound. Nunez into the lane, and a whistle for a foul. It'll go on James West. It'll be his first. Sixth on the Pioneers. A lot of reaching. So Nunez, the transfer from Northwood into the contest. The North Miami Beach, Florida product. I'm sure he thinks it's freezing in this place too. Like I gotta keep tapping my feet just to make sure the blood keeps going down through there because it's like chilly. He makes them both. 63-48. KJ Crump across the stripe. Pioneers have missed some easy ones in the paint here over the last couple of possessions after some offensive rebounds. Pioneers have 9 offensive boards. Limestone has their first 3 of the game here in the second half. Crowder, Crump, reversal, Hobbs, baseline drive, met at the rim by Nunez. Hobbs back out. Crowder takes the 3 from the baseline. That's no good. Rebounded by the Pioneers, Brandon Mitchell, and a fresh 20 seconds. Crump handles, working against Udoka. 10 to shoot, bouncing it. Mitchell. And an offensive foul on Brandon Mitchell as Freeman just kind of got in his way there. Timeout on the floor. Pioneers might need one. They're in a bit of a funk offensively. We go to the break with your score. It's Tusculum 63 and Limestone 48. 11:41 left as you listen to Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Isaiah Owens into the front court. Udoka. Freeman. Donna. They work the weave around the three-point line. They bounce it down low for Nunez, who has it go off his knee. A turnover. West into the front court. He'll go 1v3. Back it out to Crowder. Three. No. Rebound, Nunez. And the struggle is continuing for the Pioneers offensively despite the lead of 63-48. Owens, a deep three. That one is no good. Hobbs gets the rebound, and it's knocked away from him into the hands of Udoka. Back to Owens to Donna. Left side, Udoka. Donna, top of the key. Under 11 to play in the game. Big moment here, I think. Donna, inside the paint. Caught with it. Nunez spins with it. Still spins with it. Puts it on the floor. Loses it. It's on the floor. And a jump ball, and the arrow is going to favor Limestone. 7 seconds to shoot. Yeah, Nunez went down with the ball to the ground. Typically a travel. Typically. Not always. So 7 seconds to shoot. Pioneers just one for their last 8. Need to stop here. Nunez on Vetter in the lane is good. That's a nice move by Nunez. 63-50. And you can tell when Trent Gibson wasn't on the floor. We'll see if there's a difference as Gibson and Vetter are back on the floor for the Pioneers. Feed it inside to Vetter, and his pass is deflected out of bounds. He was looking for Crowder, who was open. But Vetter drew a double team. Pioneers haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. West and Legist out for the moment. Crump on the inbound. Hobbs back to Crump. Crump handling, 10 to shoot. Right side, runs into Goller. Gibson, 5 to shoot. Gibson from the foul line, in and out, no good. But there's Crowder, he steals the rebound. Crump, 3, short. Vetter battles for the rebound. Freeman comes out of there with it for Limestone, leads to a break. Owens, reverse, missed it. Rebounded by Udoka, he's fouled. Limestone won't go away. They didn't go away against Newberry. And the personal foul against KJ Crump. Oh, wait a minute, that's on Hobbs, sorry. That'll be his first. 8 on the team. Udoka goes back to the free throw line. The Pioneers still haven't scored. 3.5 minutes. Udoka misses. Legist back into the game. Pioneers just need to find a shot. They've just had the ups and downs. 1 for their last 10. 42%, 20 of 48. Second one is good. Was once a 20-point lead, is down to 12. As the Pioneers just have not been able to consistently score here in this one. Crump, Legist. And a timeout's going to be asked for by the Pioneers. So we'll take that break and return to Pioneer Arena right after this. 9:34 to play. It's Tusculum 63, Limestone 51.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Basketball with 16 seconds to shoot. Trenton Gibson with it. Limestone has amped up their defensive intensity. And Tusculum has just dwindled in their offensive ability. And they'll turn it over here. Traveling violation on the Pioneers. Turnover number 10 in the game. Each team with 10 turnovers. And right now, Limestone feeling it. I mean, it's not like they're just lights out right now. It's just that they were down 20 at 61-41. 10-2 spurt by the Saints. Right side, Gollert. Idoka drives on Vetter. Right to the rim. Missed it, but a foul. Late whistle. And Vetter just not been his night. His fourth foul. Vetter in the game with just 6 points. The ninth foul on Tusculum this half. Limestone has done a good job at ramping up their defensive intensity and not fouling. They have 3 team fouls. And a chance to cut this deficit in half of down to 10, standing at the free throw lines. 3 turnovers in the last 4 minutes. Pioneers haven't scored in 4:23. Doka knocks home the free throw. They're 0 for their last 8, 1 for their last 10, and got to find a stop. Got to find that run killer. Justin Mitchell back in for Vetter. Second free throw good. 7-0 run by Limestone. And it's a 10-point Pioneer lead. 63-53 with 9 minutes to play. No lead is safe against Limestone. McKay is in there. It's been the defense and the inability for the Pioneers to finish. Double team comes in the paint. Legist throws out of it. Mitchell attacks, bounces it. It's knocked away. It's still loose, and the Pioneers will turn it over again. 4 turnovers in the last 5 minutes, and then Limestone will just give it back. You have to wonder what would happen if Limestone had hit the shot there. How that may have changed things. Dada back into the game for Owens. $14 for Gibson, 13 for Legis, 13 for West for Tusculum, 14 for Owens. Pioneers have to find something here. It's been tough sledding for Trenton here in this second half. Crowder, Crump. Crump. 2-pointer is overshot, no good. Rebound by Limestone. Here comes Dada into the front court. Top of the key. Onto the right side, it's Freeman. Freeman, Dada. Watched by Crowder. Down the lane, and another whistle, and one. The foul will go on Crowder, and Dada's going to go to the line with the chance to make it a 7-point game when we come back. 7:55 to play. We go to a break. Tusculum 63, Limestone 55. $63-55. Dada back at the free throw line, makes the three-point play, makes it a 7-point game. 63-56. Limestone has rallied from a 20-point deficit at 61-41. Legist down the lane, blocking foul. That was a big call. And Legist will be at the free throw line on the fourth foul on the team here in this second half. Freeman picking up his second. So Anadi Legist will go to the free throw line. It's a 14-2 run for Limestone over the last 6.5 minutes, and that continues on a missed free throw. Tusculum's 0 for their last 9, 1 for their last 11, 5 turnovers in the last 7 minutes, and haven't scored in 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Well, that ends, but now the Pioneers need a stop, and then they need to score. 64-56. West out there with Crowder, Legist, Justin Mitchell, and Trenton Gibson. Idoka. Freeman. Top of the key, Gollard. Drives it in the lane. Backs it out to Freeman. Gollard. Now he'll take the three. Missed the three. Rebounded by West. Up ahead for Legist. Puts it up and in on the layup. Fast break opportunity, and the Pioneers up 10 on the long rebound on the Gollard miss. Limestone basketball down 10. Here's Freeman. Between the rings, center of the floor. Dada. Owens has spent a long time on the bench for Limestone. Dada. Baseline. Got some separation and drains the rainbow jumper on the baseline. 66-58. Tusculum. Gibson into the front court for the Pioneers. Gibson at the top of the key. Into the corner, West. Baseline three. Overshot it. And the rebound, Dada comes away with it, goes to the floor on the dribble, stands back up, and then gets it into the hands of Idoka. Freeman racing it, coast to coast, leaves it for McKay. Point blank is good. 66-60, Tusculum. Limestone continuing to just chip away. Down 20 in this half. They are down 6. Right side, this will be Gibson. West at the top of the key. Left side, Justin Mitchell. Where's the big moment coming? Legist double team. Floater and one. Maybe it's there. A naughty Legist on the little hook shot and draws the foul. Ben Gollard. Second, team's fifth. Crump into the game. So Legist will go to the stripe, and the young sophomore leading this group. Just burst onto the team for the Pioneers last season. 7 points per contest, and he drains that one. A great game against Catawba, which was his season best. A 14-point game. Top of the key, McKay for Limestone. Driving in, ball's knocked away, and it should stay Limestone ball. Crump didn't realize it, and so he let the ball go out of bounds as Trent Gibson knocked it away. Can the Pioneers get a stop? Leading by 9, leaking oil offensively. 2 for their last 12. Freeman on the inbound. Here's Isaiah Owens. We're under 5.5 to play. Goller takes off in the lane, missed the shot. Gibson with the rebound, looking to run. Gibson into the front court. And he had Justin Mitchell all alone underneath the rim. He just didn't see him. He turned away at the last second. And Tusculum is going to get a timeout. So Trenton gets the timeout. Just a quick timeout here. Tusculum will have 2 timeouts remaining. Elsewhere in the league, Anderson has taken a 1-point lead on Queens. They have about 2:45 to play there. It's 71-70. LMU is leading Catawba 75-71. No quit in Catawba, no quit in Caleb Robinson. We just saw him. He's got 24 tonight. Leading the way for LMU is Rankin with 18. Jordan Walters with 15, but they're both out of the game right now for LMU. Meanwhile, for Coker, LR is leading at Coker, 56-51, about 4 minutes to play there. And Wingate wins earlier today, 89-57 over the Newberry Wolves, who fall to 0-4 in the league. Did not see that one coming. Out of the timeout, Pioneer ball, 10 to shoot, Anadi Legist. James West, 5 to shoot. Did he step out of bounds? Apparently he did. Another turnover by the Pioneers, unforced. That's the 12th on the Pioneers in this game. 11 turnovers for Limestone. Isaiah Owens crossed the stripe. McKay to Freeman on the left wing. Owens, McKay, back to Owens. He's doubled. Dada inside McKay. Layup is good. Pretty good defense, but good ball movement by Limestone. Good reversal. McKay finishing. 69-62. Now the Pioneers need to answer. Across the stripe, Trenton Gibson. Gibson down the lane. Gets it out to Crump. Legist. Lost it. Did he get it back? It's on the floor. He does get it back. Boy, it's just crazy. Trenton, offensive foul. Gibson whistled for his third. He ran into resistance running down the lane. Turns the ball back over. Chance to cut it to 5 or less. 69-62, 4:14 left. Limestone not going away. Crump defending on Owens. McKay fakes the 3. Knocked away by Legist. Gibson has it up ahead. James West to the rim and in. 71-62 Tusculum after the 12th turnover by Limestone. Freeman into the front court on the dribble. Freeman on the left wing. Goller. Dada on the right wing. Mitchell defends him. He lost the dribble, but it's saved by Owens, who then goes into nearly the backcourt, but saves it. Gollert drives it to the rim. Legist blocked it, and they called a foul. Holy cow. Looked like it was pretty clean. Timeout on the floor, and we go to a break. Timeout on the floor. 3:30 to play in the game. Tusculum 71, Limestone 62. 71-62, Tusculum. Limestone, Gollard at the free throw line. Pioneers 43%, Limestone at 43% here in the game. Free throw is good. Tusculum's 23 of 53, Limestone 19 of 44. Pioneers have hit 7 threes, Limestone's hit 4. Limestone's attempted 25 free throws and made 21 of them. 22 of 26 now. 71-64 Pioneers. Final 3.5 from Pioneer Arena. West into the front court to Justin Mitchell. Mitchell hands it off to Gibson. Legist. Limestone, their difference, the way they've defended. Crump, 8 to shoot. They're going to force a bad shot. Crump, 3 to shoot. Underneath, Legist, pick and roll, can't get it away. Shot clock violation. He caught it too far under the rim and he couldn't adjust. It was a good look by Crump, but the Pioneers turn it over. So 2:59 to play. Now the holding it. Now underneath, Gollard, good position inside and buries it. Point blank. 71-66. Tusculum. And they'll need a bucket here. Leading by 20, have never trailed. They led by 20 at 61-41 at the under 16 time. About 15.5 to play in the game. And it's been all Limestone since. Crump a 3. In and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Limestone. Here comes Dada. The moment I thought was the and one on an air ball here by Gollard. Crump has the ball in his hands. Pioneers have it into the front court. Gollard airmails a 3. It's got to be gun shy now. Pioneers have to attack, but Limestone has not made it easy. It's been a tough man-to-man. Legist backing his way in on Freeman. Mismatch there and drains it in the paint. 12-footer, and Legist scores 73-66. When they've needed a stop, Legist has come through. All alone underneath is Gollard, who lays it up and in. And lost in translation, and a timeout by Limestone here. And that will allow us to go to a break. We'll take the timeout. Back in 1 minute with 1:30 left. Pioneers only by 5. It's Tusculum 73, Limestone 68.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
For him, he had a 20-point game against Anderson last year. In a game, and right before that, learned that his sister had passed away because of COVID. And then went home right after that game. But this kid has showed true grit here tonight as well, and we have needed him. 73-68, final 90 seconds out of the Limestone timeout. KJ Crump dribbling it, top of the key. Right side, Gibson. Watched by Udoka. Good defense by Udoka. 5 to shoot. Just not giving Gibson anything. Got the shot away, but it's a shot clock violation. It'll be Limestone ball. This Limestone team is dialed in defensively. Pioneers need to find a notch here. 58 seconds to play in the game. Up 5, 73-68. Owens. Reversal, Idoka. Backing his way in on Gibson. The defensive stop by him. He wanted to go. He won't. Dada missing the jumper on the runner in the paint. Rebounded by Legist. Legist has it. Looking for West. Now to Gibson. Gibson has been slowed here in the second half by this defense. Here comes the double team, and Gibson does a nice job. Now, they've got fouls to give Limestone. That'll be just the 6th team foul on the Saints. Second on Iodata. So it will be a their scores. Carson winning non-conference earlier today. They've been stuck on this score for a while at Anderson, 71-70. We'll see if we can't get an update there. Oh, yeah. Queens will win that one, 86-78 with 5 seconds to play in that game. LMU has opened up on Catawba with 3:25 to play. It's a 9-point game, 84-75. That game's been close throughout. Coker has closed the deficit on LR, 63-62. They're playing in Hartsville, South Carolina. Wingate winning earlier today. They beat Newberry. So the Pioneers are going to inbound. And we'll do so in front of our location. 28.7 on the clock. Tusculum can end the game on an inbound unless Limestone fouls. Gibson on the inbound, and Hickman will commit the foul. I wonder if there's a little bit of anticipation there. Hickman picks up the foul. It'll send Gibson to the free throw line for some critical free throws here. So Owens back into the game. Dada back into the game as well. Gibson. Good on the first. He'll have the bonus. Talked about the accolades for Trenton. 5th in school history in free throw attempts. His percentage, 7th all time. Made them both. 75-68. 24 seconds to play. Pioneers led 61-41, but Limestone did not go away, and still are not as Owens fires for 3 here. It's no good, and a rebound by Gibson, and he's fouled immediately. Dollar picking up that foul, his 3rd. Sending Gibson back down here to the free throw line on this end. It has not been a thing of beauty closing out the Saints here in this contest, but with 16 seconds, I think it may be safe to say that there's that possibility right now. Of course, you never say never, and the Saints didn't here in this one. Good start for them, 3-1 on the year, and a start of 2-0 in the league. Gibson making that one. This Saturday, Limestone will host Lenore-Ryan, and the Pioneers on the road to UVA-Wise. Gibson makes 2 more. He's made 4 straight. He has 18. 15 seconds. West rejecting Freeman. And West is just going to take it into the front court. He's going to dribble it out. And the Pioneers are going to exact some revenge on Limestone last year, as the women did against the Pioneers in game 1. Pioneers get the win. I guess you could say survive the Limestone Saints here tonight. A Pioneer basketball team that survives it, led by the career best from a Nadia Legist tonight for the Pioneers. Boy, they needed him. He comes through in a big, big way. Final score, Tusculum 77, Limestone 68. Stay tuned. Our Pioneer postgame is coming up with Pioneer coach J.T. Burton and potentially a Nadia Legist. Your final, Tusculum 77 and Limestone 68, as you've been listening to Pioneer Basketball